In this video, we're going to look at some trig graphs and work out the equations using the steps above. So the first thing we need to do is decide whether it's a cos, sine or tan graph. Well, this one is a cos curve from the shape, looks like a C on its back. Now we're going to find its amplitude. Well, it goes from its max point down to -6. So its amplitude, max minus min, is 8. Which means the vertical stretch is half of that. So our A value is 4. So this is a curve of the form y equals 4 cos x something. So we've done the first two. Now find a shift up or down. Well, a normal cos curve starts at 1. A 4 cos x curve will start at 4. Well, this one starts at 2. So it must have been shifted down by 2. So y equals 4 cos x minus 2. Find the period. Well, it repeats itself every 360. So it's got a normal period, so I don't need to add anything there. And find if it's been shifted left or right. Well, it starts at its maximum point. And that's where cos starts at maximum point, so it hasn't been shifted left or right. So my answer is y equals 4 cos x minus 2. Okay, let's look at this next one. So what curve is it? Well, this one is a sine curve. Find the amplitude to determine vertical stretch. So it's going from 2 to 0. So that means its amplitude is 2 and its A, the amount that's been stretched, is by 1. So it hasn't been stretched at all. Now let's have a look at see if it's being shifted up or down. Well, a normal sine curve would go between 1 and -1. This goes between 2 and 0, so it's obviously been shifted up by 1. So we are dealing with something like sine x plus 1. Okay, let's look at its period. Well, it seems to repeat itself every 360, so it has not been squashed left or right. And finally, let's find the shift left to right. So this one seems to have its maximum at 60. Well, the maximum of a normal sine curve is 90. Therefore, it's been shifted to the left by 30. Therefore, we've got a curve sine brackets x plus 30 plus 1. Last one. Well, first is the shape. Well, it's definitely a cos. It's a C on its back. Find the amplitude. Well, it's going between 3 and -3. So the amplitude is 6. So A is 3. So we're dealing with 3 cos x something. So we've done that one. Find shift up or down. Well, cos x goes between 1 and -1. 3 cos x therefore goes between 3 and -3, which this curve does, so it hasn't been shifted up or down. Now let's find its period. Well, it repeats itself every 120 degrees. Well, normal cos curve repeats itself every 360, so that means it repeats itself 3 times in that period. So B is going to be 3 as well, so 3 cos 3x. Shifted left or right? Well, it starts at a maximum, just like cos does, so there's been no shift left or right. So the answer to this one is y equals 3 cos 3x.